How's it going, everybody? My name is John. I'm here with Patrick Volvo Cars, part of the Patrick Dealer Group in Schaumburg, Illinois, and I've got a really cool video for you today because I've got a really cool car. Probably the coolest car Volvo makes right now. This is a 2024 XC60 Black Edition. Black paint, black wheels, black interior, black everything. Let's talk about it. Alright, the XC60. Now, this being a black edition, of course, it's black. This is Onyx Black, and it also has the dark theme. So all of the chrome trim that you would normally see is all blacked out, including even the Volvo logo down at the front grille. You also have specific 21-inch wheels. These are unique to the Black Edition, and it also has a Napa black interior. All of the chrome accents are all gone. Everything is all blacked out on this car. Looks fantastic, and it even makes these Thor's hammer headlights stick out even more. I absolutely love the look of these taillights. They look fantastic, and hidden down at the bottom of the bumper, you also have fog lights as well. But yeah, super sporty trim, probably the sportiest looking Volvo you can get nowadays, but it still looks fantastic. They do just a great job with proportions on their cars. Not a single Volvo looks bad in my opinion. They're all just fantastic looking, and yeah, just super stately, and this one being able to have a kind of sporty, aggressive presence too, just gives it the full package. Let's spin it around, I'll show you the back. There we go. Now, alongside of the back of the car, you got those classic Volvo taillights. They always look good. You instantly recognize that it's a Volvo whenever you're behind one in traffic. They always look fantastic. And then on the Black Edition, you also get blacked out badging everywhere. And then a feature that I see a lot of cars have, but no one ever uses, is a kick-to-open trunk. And I don't understand why, because it's so convenient. As long as you got the key in your pocket, just walk up to the car, just kick your foot under the bumper, and it's going to immediately pop open. You have a huge amount of trunk space in this XC60, really helped by this body line in the back that gives you just a ton of room back here. You got all the floor mats and stuff in here because, again, brand new car, but you can easily fit a ton of stuff in here, all the groceries, all the kids stuff that you need in here, no problem. And then once you got all those groceries in your hand, just kick your foot on the bumper again. It's going to close. Just make sure to walk out of the way so you don't bonk your head. But you're all good. And yeah, just a fantastic looking car. Let's take a look at the inside. I'll show you all about that. Now, inside the XC60, first thing to note, it's a very nice place to sit. This is a premium luxury car, and it definitely feels that way. With the Black Edition, you do get this aluminum mesh trim, which looks fantastic, and you also get a black Napa interior, the only color choice for this model, but you do get to choose between perforated or non-perforated seats. With the perforated seats, you do get ventilated seats also, which feel really great. It's always kind of a must-have if you live in a hot climate. But yeah, it just looks fantastic in here. One of my favorite things about this interior is the shift knob. It is made by Orifors in Sweden, and it is a piece of solid glass crystal. It just looks fantastic. Really only seen that on like a BMW kind of thing, but this one, honestly, it looks even nicer than that one. But it just feels great in your hand, and it looks super cool. It's almost got kind of a prismatic, kind of reflective quality to it. It's just really nice, and kind of gives it an extra kind of fancy vibe whenever you get in the car and put it in drive. Another kind of unique Volvo trait is the start button, because it's not a button, it's a knob. You actually twist it. When your foot's on the brake, you just kind of give it a little twist, and it's going to start up the car. Again, just kind of a little bit more theater than your standard kind of push button start. They wanted to kind of give it a little bit more pizzazz than any other car, make it stand apart, be a little bit different. You also have your auto stop start button. I love that feature. That's where whenever you come to a stop, it's going to automatically apply the parking brake, so you can take your foot off the brake pedal so the car doesn't go anywhere. When you're ready to go, you just hit the gas and it takes off. It just makes it a lot more relaxing whenever you're at stoplights. You're not sitting there with your foot down on the brake the whole time. You do also have your parking brake button. You just lift it up, turn it on, push it down to turn it off. And then you also have a dedicated park button. So instead of going all the way up in the gear selector, you just press P and you're good to go. Now with the screens in here, I do think that they're a little bit small compared to its competitors, but they do have a bit of a reason behind that. I'll tell you more about that when I get behind the wheel. But one of my favorite features in here is the YouTube app. So whenever you're bored waiting for somebody, you got 15 minutes to spend, you can just pull up YouTube and you can watch one of my car reviews on our Patrick Volvo Cars YouTube channel. Learn all about the XC40 or this video. If you're watching this video in a Volvo, definitely leave a comment down below. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, overall great interior. They do a fantastic job job. You got a gigantic sunroof as well. Yeah, just super, super well done, super well made. Definitely a premium automobile. Now, let's get on the road and go have some fun. All right, driving the XC60, and the first word that comes to mind whenever I get in a Volvo is refinement. These cars just do such a great job at just making driving pleasurable and easy. These seats are super comfortable. Like I mentioned, they are designed by orthopedic surgeons, so yeah, they're gonna be comfortable and they're gonna be super supportive. And these also, you can adjust the lumbar in the back, you can adjust the side bolsters and the front extension on the bottom of the seat too. So just super, super comfortable. And these being ventilated and heated as well, you're always going to be comfortable sitting in one of these. The ride quality is fantastic. It handles bumps and everything like it's no big deal at all, like they're not even there. And it just is super, super smooth to drive, like all Volvos are. They're just super, super refined. That's how I would call them. Just super, super refined. Now in terms of performance, with its 248 horsepower, I wouldn't call this car fast by any means. Volvo wouldn't either. It can definitely get out of its own way. If you put your foot down, it does move. It actually makes some decent noises as well, but it's not a performance car by any means. Volvo doesn't want it to be a performance car. Again, with their safety, they just really care about getting you there in one piece, but 248 horsepower is plenty for a car like this. It feels totally adequate, and it does a great job of driving down the road. Now the steering in here is pretty much perfect. It's just how I like it. It is just weighted perfectly. I don't really like when a steering wheel is too light because then I don't really feel too confident in what's going on. And I don't like it when it's too heavy because that's just too much of a workout. But it is just perfectly weighted, super, super smooth, and gives you a lot of good confidence to let you know that when you're piloting this car, it's going to do exactly what you want it to do and turn whenever you want it to. With super direct steering, but again, not too heavy, not too light, just right in that Goldilocks zone. Now when it comes to tech features, looking at the screens in here, people would say, oh, you know, that screen in the center is a little bit small, you know, they're behind on times. I don't really think that Volvo cares about that much. Even in their brand new EX90, the screens aren't gigantic. I think they do that a lot on purpose because they know that having huge screens that everyone just wants to play with a million different menus and sub-menus and a whole bunch of presses to push anything to get anything done, that can be really distracting. So I think that they kind of have a minimalist approach to screens, which definitely makes them stand out in the market, and also goes along with their ethos of safety. They don't want a bunch of distract people driving their cars, pressing a whole bunch of buttons to change a whole bunch of features all the time. They just want you to set up the car how it is, and it'll just take itself from there. It doesn't want to get in the way of you driving and keeping your eyes on the road. Now what Volvo wants you to do instead of going through all the menus to go through all the features is to use their voice recognition, which is Google Assistant, which works fantastic. It's probably one of the best voice recognition softwares in a car today. All you have to do is just say, hey Google, it'll pop up, and then you just tell it whatever you want it to do and it'll do it for you. It's really just that easy. You can keep your eyes on the road the whole time. You don't got to take your hands off the steering wheel. You can just get it done just by using your voice. It'll figure it out every time. It's easy as that. Now normally I'm not a big fan of black interiors on cars. I like to mix it up a little bit, but even on this one with its kind of black paint, black wheels, black interior, it looks great. I really love these Nappa leather seats. The steering wheel feels fantastic. There's not a rattle or a shake or anything in this car. I love the mesh aluminum trim you get on the Black Edition as well, and this glass crystal gear shift is just awesome to look at. I keep staring at it. It's almost got like a prism kind of design that reflects off it too, which is really, really cool. But yeah, just really, really great quality. You got the stitching on the dash and everything. It's just fantastic. Volvo does a great job, and they're definitely underrated when it comes to luxury. People forget about them a lot, but you really shouldn't. Go check out a Volvo. So yeah, that about wraps up my drive with the XC60. It's just a fantastic car. What else can I say? There's really not a single thing that I've found that I don't like about this car. It just seems to do everything right and doesn't ever put a foot wrong. What else do you got to say? All right, thank you all so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I had a really good time driving around this car and telling you all about it. So leave a like and a comment below. We got more videos coming soon. Have a great day.